What do you call a smartphone which looks like a model from the past but it still has the brains of 2020? Folks, if you have seen the thumbnail or title of this video, then you already know that I am talking about the recently launched iPhone SE, and it's a very interesting device that's been launched by Apple at a starting price of 42,500 rupees. But is it worth that money? To figure this out, do watch this video till the very end. I'm your host Neeraj, you're watching your Consumer Tech Guide, and let's get started. This iPhone SE has a 4.7-inch IPS LCD Retina display. First of all, I am extremely happy that there's a company who has taken the initiative of launching a smaller phone. But having said that, I don't really know how many people are there in 2020 who will want to watch their favorite shows from Netflix and Prime Video on such a small screen. Now, if you are someone who falls into that small category of people, then you can have a look at this phone. But majority of the people who like bigger phones, for them you don't have any bigger variant option for this phone. So that is a big bummer for me as well. Now, even if I ignore that fact, this phone has 720p PI display, and that is HD resolution and not full HD. Now personally, I am an Android user, and in Android space you can get a full HD display for as low as 10 to 13,000. So I don't know why Apple have not provided that option. They should have provided it. Now third, they have opted for an LCD technology and not an AMOLED. Now personally, we all know that AMOLEDs are way better than LCDs in terms of color accuracy and in terms of saturated colors. So Apple should have provided the AMOLED display. All in all, I'm not very happy with the display choices that Apple have made. The iPhone SE has Apple's A13 Bionic chip, which is currently the fastest chip in the market. So in terms of performance, you don't have to worry at all. Whether you are gaming, whether you are browsing, this phone can handle anything without a problem. So in terms of performance, I'm very happy. And if you are planning to use this phone for, let's say, 4 to 5 years, the hardware is capable enough of supporting this device for such a long time, and that is very good. But to support this hardware, we need a good battery life as well. And this is where I have a big problem, because first, Apple have not mentioned the battery capacity for this phone on their website. But as I said in my intro, this phone looks like a model from the past, and that model is iPhone 8. So it's pretty safe to assume that this phone also has a battery capacity of 1800 mAh, which is the same for iPhone 8, and that to me is very less. Now I know that iPhones are very much optimized to run on a smaller battery. Having said that, 1800 is still very less according to me. So if you are planning to buy this phone, don't expect more than 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, and do remember the fact that batteries do degrade over a period of time. And if you are a gamer, then you might not get even 4 hours of battery screen on time. So do remember that fact while purchasing this phone. And inside the box you just get a 5-watt charger, and that to me is very bad, because in Android space the default basic charger that you get is at least 10 watt, and Apple is providing only 5-watt charger. That to me is a big problem. But you do get fast wireless charging of 18 watt, but for that you need to purchase that wireless charger separately, and that is also a very bad thing. So all in all, I'm very happy with the processor, but battery life is something where I have a big concern for this phone. The iPhone SE comes with a 12 megapixel rear camera and 7 megapixel front facing camera. Now in daylight environment, the images that you get from this phone is excellent, with good amount of detail and lot of sharpness, and it also have high dynamic range. So daylight environment images is very good, but as the light goes off and you have semi-indoor condition or low light condition, then the image quality is not that good. So do remember that fact. Now when we talk about video, it can shoot up to 4K 60 FPS, and the video quality that you get from this phone is excellent. In fact, there is no other phone which can shoot better quality of image than this phone at this price point. So if you are planning to buy a good video camera phone, then this phone can be a good option for you. Now the front facing camera is just 7 megapixel. So the image quality that you get is just okayish. It is not very good, but at the same time it is not very bad. So now let's talk about the storage. The base variant of this phone comes with just 64 GB, and this is not just for iPhone. I personally feel that in 2020 all the phones by all the manufacturers should have at least 128 GB as their base storage variant, and at this price point Apple should have provided 128 GB as the base variant. Now sadly they have not done that, so if you want the 128 GB variant you have to pay extra. Now how much you have to pay? 47,800 rupees is the current price for the 128 GB variant, and that to me is not good, because they should have provided this variant by default and not by charging extra money from us. Now let's talk about the software. We all know that Apple is known for their software service, and this phone is no exception. You will get constantly software update for a span of 4 to 5 years, and that is one of the USPs of Apple, and I personally like Apple a lot for this fact. Also, this phone is IP67 certified for water and dust resistant, and that is a bonus at this price point, because there are not many phones at this price point which are providing this option. So that is very good from Apple. And with this we have reached the end of this video, wherein we will decide whether this phone make any sense in India at 42,500 rupees. Now I really like this phone, but I still won't recommend this phone to all, because there are a lot of other good options available in the market which provides a lot more features than what this phone is offering, and the design is also a bit outdated. So I won't recommend this phone to all. But if you want an iPhone only, and at the same time you don't have the money to buy the premium iPhone 11 and 11 Pro, then this phone can be a good entry option for you. So that was my 2 cents on this phone. Thank you for watching this video till the very end, and if you like the video that I have created, then do like and subscribe to this channel and share this video with your friends and family. We'll see you next time.